Hello students, our lesson today is how to create animations. First, you have to go to the window and then timeline. You must click create video timeline. First, let us focus using the frame animation. Here on the lower left side, you will see frame animation. Let us create an animation where the text will move from left to right. Let us insert a text. And let us change the setup of this text. Alright, the next step is here in the timeline window, what you need to click is this duplicate frame. Now you are seeing two frames. What we need to do is, in the first frame, that is the starting point, and the second frame is the end point. Click and move the second frame here. Again, this is the first or the starting point, and this is the end point. Then you have to click the first frame, and let us use this twin animation. The twin animation, for now we can use 5 frames. We can add 5 frames. The more the frames that you have, the longer the animation will be. And you are now seeing 7 frames in here. If I click second frame, third, and slowly, the text is moving to the right side. The next step is you have to select all the frames. Then you have to set up the delay. By default, every frame is 5 seconds. For example, I would like to animate only to 0.2. And then there is an option in here, once, 3 times, or forever. For now, let us set it to forever. If I click play, so here it is. That's the movement. How to save it? At first, you have to save it as PSD. And then, if you would like to select or save it as GIF, you have to go to the file, then export and save for web. For the lower version of Adobe Photoshop, you just need to go to the file and you will find save for web. The next step is this area. So this is the different file format. So just choose GIF. Then click save. Choose the location. For example, I would like to save it under the desktop. Animation 1 is the name and images only. And then click save. Going back to the desktop, these are the two files. This is the PSD and this is the GIF. For the GIF, when you double click, so it should play now. Alright, so that is the GIF. But for some computers, this one will not work. What you need to do is, you right click on the file, then choose open with, and then whatever browser you have in here, so you can open it from there. You can choose Google Chrome or edge if you have it. So that is our first example. Our second example is, let us have two texts moving at the same time. Let us use the same file format, 1024 by 768 pixels. Create video timeline. And then choose here frame animation. The second example is one text moving diagonally to the right side, and then the other one is moving diagonally to the left side. This is hi, and this is hello. Okay, so now you have here two layers. Let me just move it here. Okay, so just checking out the layers window, you are seeing here three layers. Layer 0 is the background and the two texts. And here under the timeline, I have here one frame. Okay, so the next step is to duplicate the frame. And you have to identify now where is the end point. So this hi will move here, and this hello will move here. So that is the location of the second frame. This is the first frame. Hi is here on the left side, and this is hello. And on the second frame, here it is. The next step is select frame number 1 and then choose twin animation. You can add more frames if you want, and then click OK. Then you have to select all the frames. Then I'll just put 0.2. You can set it to forever or once only, and then play. So there you are. So that is our second example. It is actually possible to add additional frame in here. For example, I'll click additional frame. And then let's just insert a text. Now I inserted end, and what will happen is all the frames will have this end. Yeah. So what if I don't want the end in the first to 7th frame? So what you can do is you can use this visibility in the layer window. You can hide it. If you would like to hide it, make sure first frame is selected, and then click here in the visibility. Okay, there you go. And then on the 8th frame, so show it. Alright, so going back here, first frame, so end is hidden, and then on the 8th frame, it is visible. And then it's possible to make the animation, for example, 2 seconds before it will end. Let's try again. So play. There you go. So after 2 seconds, it will repeat to the first frame. Let me click layer 0 so that you can see it better. So it is possible to add another frame even though the animation is finished. Our next example is again using the text, but let us change its color. Create new, and let's use the same formatting. And I'm going to insert the text. And this time I would like to make it bigger. For example, 200. And I would like to make it here at the center. Create video timeline and frame animation. So this time I would like to change its color 5 times. The first color is black. And to do that, we're going to use the layers this time. Let's duplicate. Let's duplicate it 4 more times. Okay, and then let's change the color of each layer. For example, this is red. Then I'm going to hide this one, and then I'm going to click the next layer. Then choose another color, hide it, then choose the layer and choose another color, hide it, and so on. So there you are. And what we will do now here in the frame. So for now, let us change it to 0.2, and then let's just duplicate it. Now on the second frame, we have to view the second layer. Duplicate it again, and then view or show another layer. Another frame. Show another layer. Duplicate it again and show another layer. As you can see in here, so this is the first layer, first frame, second, third, fourth, and fifth frame. You can set it to forever and then play.